Will there be a 2026 bear market for Bitcoin? Will we see it fall 80% like it has historically in other bear markets? Will we see it maybe only drop 70 or 60 or 50 or 40 or 30? I don't think it really matters. Like, if you're in Bitcoin now and you start to learn and understand Bitcoin and you're not just in for price go up, then what you will understand is volatility is healthy. Volatility creates an opportunity to obviously buy the dip and to hodl. So to hodl is to hold on for dear life. And if you can learn how important it is to hodl Bitcoin, not just hold it temporarily and then sell it at a profit, but to actually hold regardless of where the market's headed, regardless of the sentiment, regardless of what people are telling you, then you will become an actual Bitcoiner. A real Bitcoiner is someone that is not looking for a time to sell, to make a profit, and then to jump back in. A real Bitcoiner is hodling for as long as they can, understanding that this is the superior store of value, the superior long-term play. So if you look at all the cycles and the history of Bitcoin for the last 16 years, its story is not made up in days or months, but its story is made up in years. And so if you can understand, these 4-year cycles and yada yada, that's all just noise at this point. The point is you want to get something that's scarce as a finite supply that they can't make more of, and you want to get as much as possible. So it doesn't matter what its price is. You should be buying. It's either daily, weekly, monthly, whatever you can. Just buying as often as you can, moving as much capital over as possible. Find ways to make more capital, whether that's an increase in wage at job, more hours at your job, or sell things around your house. You have to get as much of this as possible. So it doesn't matter if it drops 50% tomorrow and everyone's going, ha ha, your portfolio's dropped 50%. That is an opportunity to buy even more. You get to buy 50% more Bitcoin than you could previously. So when people keep asking me, what are you going to do in the bear market if the bear market happens? And I would go, the exact same I'm doing in the bull market, buying as much as possible, but it would actually be easier. So I'm almost like hoping for a bear market at this point. But if there's not, an 80% drawdown, then Bitcoin, what is continuing to soar? Is it just flat? Is it only going to drop maybe 40% this time? It doesn't really change my plan at all. I just want to get as much as possible. And hey, if it's cheaper, I'll be buying. So that's where you want to get to. You don't want to be trying to time the market, trying to sell for a profit to enter back in. That's where a lot of people get absolutely wrecked. And there hasn't been really anyone successfully timing the markets to the point of going, yep, I sold at the perfect, as soon as it hit the bottom, I bought back in. As soon as it hit the top, I sold, and then rinse and repeat. Good luck. You're not going to hear many of the success stories. You're just going to hear of how many people, yeah, I sold Bitcoin at $100. I sold it at $1,000. And now look at it. It's over 100,000 US, and I doubt that you hold as much as you did when you were buying at 100 or 1,000 or 10,000. The point is, you want to be holding as much Bitcoin as possible for when its next milestone hits, which will be 1 million, 10 million, 100 million. What is the point of selling right now? It really doesn't matter whether you bought it at 100,000 or whether you bought it at 200,000 or whether you bought it at 50,000, because when it's $1 million Bitcoin, you're just going to wish you bought it before $1 million. Simple as that. So understand that volatility shows health in an asset. It shows that it hasn't fully matured yet, which is a good thing, because maturity usually brings death. What I mean by that is when a company becomes mature, and say like a tech stock that hits its ceiling, it really has maxed out. So Apple stock, Amazon stock, they're all maxing out now. And, are you too late to Apple and Amazon? Yes, I think you are, because, it's not going to do draw up like it ever did. It's done, because it's what does it provide for the world? Technology for Apple. Yep. Is it going to continue to do that? Yes. So of course it's going to stay afloat and it will grow at a slow rate. Amazon, what does it do? Deliver packages for people worldwide, delivers video streaming, delivers music. What else can it do? Not much. So yes, is it going to continue to grow because they print money? Of course. Is it going to outperform Bitcoin? No. So you want to look for something that has that healthy volatility, that has an opportunity to buy in at cheaper prices, because if it was going up forever, then you'd just be trying to buy something that was getting away from you constantly, which is kind of a reality in the long run, but I'm talking short-term plays here as well. You know, you want a bit of volatility to be able to buy back in. You know, it was only 4 or 5 months ago Bitcoin was $80,000, and now it's comfortably over 100,000. So how fast did that happen? Were you buying at 80,000, or did you think there was going to be more of a drawdown? Did you think it was going to be the bear market? Do you think its all-time high was 100,000 and that's it? Because there's a lot of people that predicted 100,000 or $120,000 Bitcoin as all-time highs for this cycle, and then it'll be bear market. What am I going to tell those people when Bitcoin reaches 200,000 by the end of the year or 200,000 next year? It's just, this is an unpredictable asset. So buy as much as you can, hold the scarcest thing in the world, and don't be shaken out of the markets. HODL. Thanks, guys. We'll see what happens, eh?